drum roll for the entrance for this. So with no expenses spared, all the way live from Lanzarote, RTE, Sky News, the BBC, they haven't got a package, Netflix. Big welcome everyone and happy Friday to the Florist of the Year Awards, live from Lanzarote, hosted by us only, Kay's Flower School. I think our live audience are going to give us a clap. And listen, you are online followers. Without you, we wouldn't exist. So again, anyone that's watching, we have lots of giveaways, we have lots of prizes. So first of all, introduce yourselves. Let us know who's watching, where are you watching in from, and you better tell us what's the weather like. Because when I tell you, we are melting here tonight, I tell you, it's absolutely scorching over here. But listen, we have great fun. We have 5 categories. We have 5 winners, 1 winner in each category. We have at least 2 runner-ups, 3 runner-ups in some of the categories, and we have the amazing overall winner of Florist of the Year. We have fantastic prizes. We have been promoting our sponsors, our suppliers all week, and again, obviously, the people who have given us some amazing giveaways tonight. Things we have is a Santa Spa gift set. We have some scented candles from Lavender, from Bracken and Fern, and what everybody has been absolutely dying to get their hands on is the Renewal Floral Foam. We have lots and lots of samples of the Renewal Floral Foam. So again, how we will pick our winners, which is not till Monday, by the way, because we're taking the weekend off after the week that we have had. But all you have to do is interact, get involved, and we would really appreciate if you would share our awards night tonight. So, I am melting.
Oh my God.
If the makeup starts to melt off my face. Okay.
We blame Mrs. Makeup.
Absolutely, they definitely blame Mrs. Makeup.
Okay, so first of all, I suppose what we really want to do is we want to thank our sponsors. They are throughout the night. We have Linda, the Habit Boss, who has been helping us get all our systems in.
Without her, we wouldn't have this.
These awards wouldn't have been able to happen without her. She has been just phenomenal. She's made our lives so much easier. She's made the streamlining of the voting process so much easier. We were able to get rid of all those duplicate emails and all of that, making it as fair as possible across the board. So Linda, thank you so much. And she's on and she's going to be putting in the comments.
And she's going to tag herself in the comments below. So if any of you are looking for a virtual assistant, a system strategic analyst, whatever.
She does everything. No matter what I ask her to do, she does everything.
It's just yarning and all, doesn't she?
Just for my arm.
Just my yarn.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, anyone that has been following us for the last couple of weeks for the nominations and the voting, did you check your emails? Did you get your hands on that free course that we sent out? If you didn't, go and check your emails, because you never know, there could be another one on tonight. So, a little bit of background. We've had nearly 1,000 florists nominated in our nomination stage. 64% of them were from Ireland, 16% of them was from the UK, 7% of them was from the United States, and 13% was across the globe. The largest category was the wedding florist of the year, and I tell you, it was so tight. And the smallest category was the freelance florist of the year, but by God, did they beat themselves to the deadline, I tell you. It was really touch and go with the freelancers who was actually going to win.
Just make sure, Cara, if there's any messages or anything that we need to know.
Someone just said to us we're live on Jeanette's Instagram.
Shit.
No, that's okay. Well, we can do,
Yeah, well, I can still make you a collaborator on it.
yeah, but it won't work until afterwards.
Oh,
So when I go off and put it on to, I'm gonna, you just talk.
I picked up. Thanks a million for that.
Oh, I
Okay,
can't do
in the wedding nomination
No, we can't,
category,
we have to stay on it because it's on your phone and I have to change all the phones.
don't worry, we'll sort it out afterwards. Listen, as we said, this is live. We're not professional. I know we said we were from RTE, but we're not.
No.
We only got on RTE radio.
We only managed
That's
to
all
do
we
it.
got. We only got the radio interview, but you listened, didn't it sound good? In the wedding nomination category alone, there was 276 florists nominated, with over 3,000 people nominating them, and we got a combined nomination of figures here of 2,343. So you can really see why we had to pick 10 finalists, so that again, out of them that we could, originally we were going to pick 5, so that we could pick a winner and obviously 2 runner-ups. So, we'll give it over to you. Floristry.
So floristry as a career, do you know what? Sometimes I suppose flowers as a career is undervalued. People don't look at it as you say, oh right, you're a florist, you sell flowers, what do you do? They don't
People just say to me, did you have to train to be a florist?
This is it.
No, I fell out of bed one of the mornings, landed on my head, and lo and behold, I was just artistic, creative, could create funeral sprays, wedding bouquets, church arrangements, bouquets of flowers. Cop on. Of course we had to be trained.
So, and you know, it's probably a career where most people come into it through lifestyle change. So people have maybe been in one career, gave up work to have their children, or just are burnt out in their job and are looking for something different. And floristry is so flexible. There's so many options, and you can see that in our categories. Some people specialise only in weddings, some people are only working with funeral flowers, some people are retail only, some people are studio, they run markets and they run workshops. Some people do it all across the board, but the flexibility, I suppose, of floristry is that you can work it around your
You can
lifestyle.
find, I suppose, your own little niche that works for you. Works around maybe your kids, your parents, or maybe that job that you have already that you don't want to give up, but yet you have that there as the steady income, but yet you'd like to do something a little bit more creative and have that extra
We
side.
see it on the phone here as well, like people bring up and say, I've always wanted to work with flowers,
Yeah.
but they were pushed into a different career path because
Like the
flowers
poor accountants.
support
And the poor nurses.
Oh, jeez.
And the poor hairdressers.
Yeah.
I swear to God, the amount of care workers and nurses and accountants that we meet in this business who absolutely hate their job, but yet it was something that they just, whether they fell into it or they just landed in it, and then decided later on, you know, that way, that they wanted to do something a little bit more fulfilling, a little bit more creative, and something that they enjoyed.
Yeah. And you know, over the years, floristry has completely changed, and we have seen that. Obviously, we've been in it for quite a long time.
We were getting into it.
We were, yeah, we didn't. I did try to get out of it, but they dragged me back. They hook, line, and sinker. Gambies have heard our recent interview on the radio. You heard that floristry was not my first choice. I wanted nice hands. But I suppose what we've seen in the changes in the floristry business and industry over the last few years is people, they want to buy the flowers, but they also want to experience the flowers. And we have seen this change where florists are running hobby workshops all over the country. And it has become so much in demand that
We actually have a course now
Yeah.
that actually teaches you how to run your own workshop. Not just a Christmas workshop, it could be a hat box workshop, a flower crown workshop, a flower crown party, maybe a baby shower party. Again, for all occasions. Like the method behind it all is exactly the same. Obviously, you need the skills behind it, but again, if you need that information on how do you run a workshop, we actually have that course for you. Just drop us an email, info@caseflowerschool.com.
Okay, stop bragging now, and it's time to give something away.
Okay.
And so the candle, you were telling me about
Yeah,
candles.
but you know what? I came across this page. I don't know this girl, Natalie is her name. This is not an advertisement, okay? And she had lavender candles up on her page. I did a little video yesterday of them. I absolutely adore lavender, I do. And you know, you've seen the lavender dories that we've done here at the school. So I went on to order them for myself. And she said, you know what, I'll send you one for free. And I said, absolutely not, I don't want anything for free. But I said, I'll tell you what, if you do send out an extra one, I'll offer it as a giveaway on the award tonight. So they're absolutely fabulous. But what she also did was she included some gorgeous little bracelets. Now I know, again, I can't see any of the comments that are coming in. So if anybody is only joining now, make sure that you comment below, let us know where you're watching in from, and let us know what the weather is like. But also, have you got any kids with you there this evening? Because I know some of our very regular loyal followers. Will we mention Ruby? Will we mention Robin, the 2 R's?
Yeah.
Now there's probably lots more of them. There's a Darcy I know as well. That their mums are students of the school, and these kids are always there in the background. So if your kid is in the background, comment below, let me know that their name. I only have 4 of them, by the way. So I try and organise, and we can pick 4 of the children. But what you have to do is, we have posted a thread over on our Instagram page and our Facebook page of Bracken and Fern with the lavender candles. Pop over, just say, I love the candle. Follow our page, say something, just even say, I'm watching the awards, or say, God, Jeanette, that makeup is melting off your face there tonight. I can see you have a warm moustache. Say absolutely anything, and on Monday we'll pick a winner of the lavender candle.
And all the winners will be Monday. We are closed after, 8 o'clock cafe this evening, but we're off. We've something planned for after this. So anyway, I suppose that we probably talk about how lucky we are to have the job that we do have.
Like we've great workmates. I just love coming into work each day. Pleasure. The staff that work in Case Flower School are unbelievable.
And I suppose over the 38 years, one of the proudest things is the community that we have built up. Particularly, I think, even since 2020, we always had such a big community of florists from before we went online. But since we went online, we've got just the most fabulous community. And I suppose what really we see of those is that they're doing, lots of them are doing what we do.
And I suppose with social media also, we're keeping a lot more in contact with you. As an example, like Leonie Blended Design was actually in Dublin yesterday visiting Kilmainham Jail, and she had a look, my God, you're only 20 minutes away from me. I said,
it's over from England.
That's right, and she took a photograph outside school, but unfortunately we were over here.
Yeah, so
and I know there's a girl, I think her name is Sharon. She's actually in Lanzarote at the moment, and I said, sure, no doubt we'll meet you down the street. And Wayne Lane.
Oh, Wayne Lane.
We have a hot take on Monday night. We have a hot take on Monday night with Wayne Lane. He's over here as well. So again, I suppose that's what social media does. It keeps you in contact with our followers, with our students, you know, that way, our past students over the years.
And what we're seeing all the time among this community that we have and among the network that we have, they're employing each other, they're collaborating with each other, they're working together, they're helping each other out. I know somebody was there recently saying thanking one of the other florists for giving her some frame that she needed and stuff like that. And most of all, what we're seeing in the blue studio, when things go wrong and go tits up for somebody, there's a network there that's ready to lift them back up again.
And we're also there as mentoring. Once you become a member of our blue studio, I always say I'm like the lifeguard. I let everybody paddle away in the swimming pool, you know, we're helping each other out, having fun. And then, as Deirdre said, when things go tits up, I'm there to jump in, help them, and hopefully get the problem sorted.
Yeah, so, you know, we have two sayings here at Case Flower School. One's a student of Case.
Always a student of Case.
Always. And no matter, we've had flowers for time, it was 20 years ago, and we would still get emails and phone calls.
40 years ago, even some of them. People just say,
before my time.
Before your time. And Mrs. K is watching here this evening. They're actually in the deer seats.
Yeah, they're in the box.
The box. They booked the private box tonight. You'll see them later on. And students often contact me and say, God, I trained with your mum over 30 years ago. She doesn't do much of the training now, but she still keeps an eye on things.
Still keeps an eye on things. And if you do want to see, go over to our Instagram and our Facebook. We put up a video there earlier on, often helping us set the scene here this evening for the awards.
This doesn't normally look like this.
No, it doesn't normally. And the other thing is what we're very passionate about is collaboration and not competition. That we don't need to compete against each other, that there's enough business there for everyone, and we say this numerous times to our flowers. Be yourself, be authentic in your business. The business will come, don't undercut, don't try and knock somebody down.
Don't knock somebody. Like, we're all about supporting, and you'll see that even there tonight, as I said, that girl, Bracken and Fair, haven't a clue. She was standing there in front of me, I don't even know the girl. But it's all about supporting, like, not just women, but I suppose it's mostly women that we get involved with, even though Wayne Lane now we've been eating him, and he's a fine looking thing, he is. But like, it's mostly women, sole traders, people starting off, small businesses, and again, even like larger businesses out there, we're all about supporting everybody. So there's no jealousy, there's no competition, and if we can do something, and there's absolutely no need. And if there's anything that we can ever help you out with, again, even if you don't know us, don't hesitate to contact us. Drop us an email, info@caseflowerschool.com.
Okay, so the Sanctuary Spa giveaway.
Yes, so you'll also hear me talk about 11 PR events. Again, a friend of ours, Emma, she runs a PR company, and they're always sending out gift sets for us to give away to you, the followers. And they have sent out this amazing one. I videoed it there yesterday, actually. I was in Dublin yesterday, and I videoed it, all the different products. So there is one of them Sanctuary gift sets that we're going to give to somebody. Won't be picking it till Monday. So all you have to do is go to our Facebook page or our Instagram page. Look for the post that we have of me with Catherine and Glitter with the Sanctuary Spa items, and right underneath, you love Sanctuary Spa, you want a Sanctuary Spa, you deserve a gift set, you're watching the awards, pick me, pick me, pick me, say absolutely anything at all, and again, we'll pick somebody on Monday. But just to let you know, it'll be the following Monday, again, we actually get posted out to you, because we're out here till about the 16th, 17th of August.
And I'm just going to ask you, just the quality. How is the quality? So we are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Let's go say TikTok.
Clock, the clock,
Click clock, click clock.
click clock, click clock.
Times with the clock.
And YouTube. So let us know, can you hear us okay before I actually get into the awards? Comment below. Cara's there, she's watching the comments. So let us know that you can hear us clear, because we don't want to announce the winner and then you don't hear us. And just before we do get into the actual announcing of the winners, we have a brand new podcast launching tomorrow. So you know we do have a podcast, and on that podcast we do have...
And we're on Spotify. Like, we're not just on a website. No, we are on Spotify, and we're worldwide.
But we have a brand new podcast tomorrow, and it's with two fucking amazing
Fucking amazing. Amazing.
florists.
I think the best.
They're not just florists, they're tutors,
Yeah.
they're mentors, and they're
I feel like I know these two people.
women.
I feel like
And
I
they
know.
want to talk about what it's like to run the most successful florist school.
Oh, I wonder who they are.
But we talk about that later on, because also there's a fabulous business that is sponsoring our podcast for the next 4 months. So we're going to tell you more about that later on, and who is going to be on the podcast tomorrow morning. So how are we doing on sound and quality, Cara? Are we okay? All good? Okay. So we're going to go into getting the winners, because that's what you're here for. So the first
Look talking these two, then we go.
the first category that we have tonight, which was our biggest category, which was Wedding Florist of the Year. And we have 2 runners up in Wedding Florist of the Year. The sponsors in Wedding Florist of the Year is Colleen Irish Travel. So I actually met Colleen a few years ago on a training course that I was on with Louise MacDonald, a fabulous marketing course that I did with Louise. And I met Colleen, and oh my gosh, the feedback that she has, because we had to talk about testimonials that she had from her customers, was out of this world. She runs tours all over Ireland, and she's going to be the tour operator for the Intrigue in Ireland retreat.
When the train comes to Ireland in November,
It's Colleen Irish Tourist is going to be looking after all the Americans on that. They are in for such a treat. And she has given, it's a voucher for 2 people to tour the castles in Connemara. It's a guided tour, it's a full day's tour, it's actually worth quite a lot of money. And so she has given that as a prize, because we put her in touch with Sarah and we connected, because that's what we do, we connect all these people. And she decided that she would give a prize for our awards. So that's the first prize that's up for the
and the runner-ups, they're not in any particular order.
no particular order for the runners-up. The other prize that we have for the runners-up is the Florist Toolbox, and that's from Digital Florist. Now, Digital Florist were really, really generous this year. Gemma, if you haven't listened to our podcast, over on our podcast, listen to Gemma talk about the Florist
And Linda is
Toolbox.
going to put all the links, so for Colleen's tour operation, it will be in the comments below, and also for Toolbox, she's got to be in the
And
comments
the
below.
Toolbox, is a very quick brief about it. Toolbox will help you name bouquets. You put in about the bouquet, you say, I want you to name this bouquet, and they will come up with some amazing
Hot and spicy
hot,
and sexy.
spicy, those sorts of names. And also for pricing, so it helps you strategically price it with making money, which is what, as a business, florists have to do. So our 2 runners up in Wedding Florist of the Year, the first runner up getting
Hold on,
Colleen's voucher
drum roll.
is Teresa Talbot from So Teresa Talbot, congratulations from Willow and Her. She is one of our runners up in Wedding Florist of the Year.
I think she's in the UK.
I think she is. Our next runner-up, and as I said, there's no particular order with these. Our next runner-up in Wedding Florist of the Year was Caroline Duggan from the Florist on the Hill. Caroline, you have won the Florist Toolbox from Digital Florist. So now we're coming on to the winner of the Wedding Florist of the Year. Drum roll.
Zenflex, I tell you, don't you man that had to go over to England, he got kicked out of RTA, Ryan Trouble. And their packets, he had to give his money back and all of it, I tell you, we got these for free. No backhanders here.
We're live. I can't put this out. I can't edit it. So the winner of Wedding Florist of the Year, they are going to win a Florist Pro website.
Wow.
All set up for it and 6-month free subscription. Florist Pro run a fabulous florist website.
Mark is amazing.
Yeah, Mark and his team. And they're very supportive to us here in Case Florist School for our florists, but also to florists all over Ireland and the UK. They're absolutely amazing. So the winner of Wedding Florist of the Year is Chantal Coolihan, I think, La Luna Florist Studios, and she's based over in the UK.
Well done.
Okay,
of a career as a wedding florist, here at Case Flower School we have Module 3. Module 3 is our professional online program. It's not a beginner's course, it is really more suited towards the florist who has some sort of training in the background. We normally say it's a continuous training of Module 1 and Module 2. It's starting on the 15th of September. It's a 4-week online program. We supply all the flowers, all the materials, and for students or florists living in Ireland, in the Republic of Ireland, you will be entitled to SkillNet funding up to 30%, which is around €400 or €500 discount off the price of the course. And for anybody overseas, UK, America or global, again there's an overseas funding grant for you as well. Drop us an email, info@caseflowerschool.com.
Okay, so our next Florist of the Year category is the Newcomer Florist. And this is actually, we have some amazing flowers in this. So again, we have 3 runners up in this section because to be honest, the voting, it was literally down to 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because Linda took a screenshot at 10 to 5 and it had actually changed by the time 5 o'clock came. It was absolutely, this was the tightest one down to the wire for changing over the course of the day. The prizes for the winner of the Newcomer Florist of the Year, we have a voucher from Viv Bradford. Viv
is just amazing, and she offers one-to-one coaching. So again, for maybe the florists complete their training and want to maybe go into business, but just need a little bit of mentorship. Maybe for the new florist approaching wedding work, and again their first wedding, second or third wedding, and again they'd like a little bit of mentorship, just that extra little help. Viv is there in the background. Join her over on the Floristry Geek. She is just amazing. She's so generous, and I know lots of our students in the past have availed of her one, the power hour she has. And you know what, she's great, she splits the hour. So you can do a half an hour before you meet the bride, and then half an hour after you meet them. So again, you can go through all the problems and all the questions. So that is an amazing prize.
The other next prize in this category is from Flora Life. And they're given a goodie box, which is, it's like a small sample or like the retail size of all of their products. Claire in
so like if you're looking for the Flower Life, you know, like for preserving your flowers, like flower food, heat shine, the bucket cleaner, you know what I mean, you name it, it's all included. It's a great package.
Great prize. The other prize is another florist toolbox from Digital Flowers.
And again, anybody that's maybe in retail, this is fantastic. As Deirdre said, it helps you like maybe name your bouquets, just make you sound that little bit more artistic, creative, arty-farty, but also helps with your stem count and your pricing. So everybody's on the same wavelength. So again, you have staff working in your shop that the €60 or the 60 sterling bouquet always has the same amount of flowers in it, or is of the same value, but also that you're making the same profit margin throughout the 12 months of the year.
It's a fantastic toolkit. And I'm going to just talk about the toolkit. If you are a past student of Case Flower School and you're interested in the toolkit, go to the student resource. She has a fantastic discount code for you there. And the other sponsor in this category is
Irish Green, guys.
Irish Green.
Sure, James. Should have had a hair on my head. I'm actually going to see what hairdresser he goes to because, do you know what? He has an unbelievable hair.
Yeah.
So James Irish Green, guys, they run an amazing business down in County Kerry. Now I know we're all second to coaching, but I have to say, he's one man for some man. He's absolutely brilliant. And again, he supplies fresh foliage, not just all over Ireland, but also all over the UK, but also globally.
Yeah.
So again, anyone that deals with Florismart or Tom Murphy, Tom Brown wholesalers, you can buy your Irish Green foliage and again get it shipped to America, get it shipped to Holland, get it shipped to the UK, or again get it shipped back to Ireland. But you'd be better off contacting them direct and ordering it fresh. And he has amazing staff down there as well. Because one of our past students, Jennifer O'Leary, is her maiden name I think, she works there in the office, so all you have to do is contact them, tell Jen you're a friend of the girls at Case Flower School and she'll look after you.
She'll always look after you. So that is their sponsors in our newcomer category. So we have 3 runners up. The first runners up was Olivia Lee from Bespoke Blooms Floristry, and you have won Viv Bradford's voucher. Our second runner up, and I tell you when I say second runner up because there's no particular order, is Adam Gallagher from Ellen Grove Flower Farm, and you have won the Floral Life goodie box.
That's going to be amazing because they the audience is getting slower tonight. Ellen Grove Flower Farm, we met them in Bloom, and they grow like obviously Irish
Well,
growth.
they're a sponsor in one of the sections, so so we'll tell them more about what they are that. And the third runner-up, again, no particular order, is Kate Shields in Newton Blues, and she's over in the UK as well, and she's winning the Floristry Toolbox from
That's
Digital
going to be
Florist.
amazing because I know she's in retail, so that's in the next
There
one.
are 3 runners up, so there has to be a winner.
There has to be a winner.
And I have to say, between the winner and the one that did become was the first runner-up, there was something like 11 votes. That's all that it was. But the winner of Newcomer of the Year is Reagan McAvoy from Anime Floristry in
And
Rockgara.
I'm so delighted. And again, like, you know what I mean, this was all above board. You know,
Oh,
like,
but Linda was, anyone that has an issue, contact Linda.
like Reagan's mum, Leah, she trained with us before COVID, wasn't
Yeah.
it? And she now runs an amazing flower shop up in Rockgara called Anime Flowers. And there, like early last year, she contacted us to say, Reagan, who I'd say is one of our youngest florist students that we have ever had, but I also would say she's one of the youngest florists in Ireland that I know of, okay? And Reagan was in transition year, so that tell you what,
16, I think 16
was the age that she was. And she, like, for a young one, because I tell you, we know young ones, there'll be a great young one behind. Our videographer there tonight is brilliant. But Reagan was amazing. I bounced off her.
Yeah.
I was on her back. I was kicking her in the arse. And she pulled through every time. And when something was wrong, I said, no, go and do it again, you know, that way. And now we're at the stage that she's working in the shop. She was freelancing for another class student of Case School last week, talk about absolutely flying. And when she does some of her designs, she just sends it on to me for, again, another little bit of feedback. So absolutely thrilled.
Reagan McAvoy, you have one of the Irish Green Guards vouchers. I'm sure you can sell it to your man.
Send it out to you. Okay, if you imagine yourself as a career working in flowers, a job that's going to bring smiles to everybody. You know what else, we can't stop smiling. If you're into being creative, if you like art, our next Module 1, our professional online program, which is suitable for beginners, is starting on the 15th of September. Now, I know a lot of people watching here that are newcomers and you're saying, what's it like to do an online course? Like, do you get backup? Do you get support? What about the materials? What about the flowers? Why don't you try out one of our free taster courses? If you put the word taster, or you can even put the word free, either of them will work. Put the words taster or free in the comments below. We'll send out a link to a free mini sample course completely for beginners to give you a taste of what it's like to do an online course, but also that you can experience what it's like to our style of teaching. What it's like to be taught by me, you know what I mean? And again, how I go about it. Because again, we are completely unique. We're not like any other online school out there. When we started off KS Flower School as an online school, we determinedly said we didn't want to be like anybody else. We weren't going to be one of these schools, take your money, there's your login, there's your password, and feck off, we don't want to hear from you. Once a student of KS, always a student of KS. So as I said, if anybody would like, we have a great office here, just throw it on the web. If you'd like a free mini course, put the word taster or the word free in the comments below and we'll get that out to you.
I'm not moving you down there because you keep walking forward. Okay, so our next section.
Sure, in the camera.
You know that. That's why she wouldn't wear gold because she said she'd blend in with the background. Freelance Florist of the Year. So this is our next category, and this was our smallest category. It's the smallest amount of nominations, and but we still had 10 finalists in that category. Freelancing, I suppose, is a great opportunity for florists to, first of all, not to have to commit to particular times. And we see the particular freelancers, I suppose, that is here, and they pick and choose the hours that they want to work. If the kids have a birthday on that weekend, they don't book to work that weekend. They decide they want to work in the summer, they don't want to work in the summer, they want to work, you know, so it's a great opportunity for it to work. It's a great opportunity to learn and not be stuck with the same type of style all the
What we
time.
would find as well that a lot of our past students, graduates, you know what I mean, qualified florists that have come through the school, they are absolutely delighted to take on the freelancers. And again, normally they'll start them off on work experience, but you see most of them end up actually getting jobs. Like I have seen there last week, some of our past students, former students of Case Flower School, living in Cavan, living in Dublin, and going all the way to County Kerry, probably down to Irish Green guys, but down to County Kerry to another florist down there to help her out. So the florist in Kerry have to contact the florist in Cavan and Dublin to freelance with them. That's telling you something about the florists that we train here at Case Flower School.
So in this category, we had 3 runners-ups, and that's because we had such amazing prizes. So in this category, our sponsors are O'Neill's Flowers. Again, always such a great support to Ireland. I suppose they're one of the premier wholesalers in Ireland.
And they're obviously one of the only florist suppliers at the moment that have the renewal floral foam from Oasis UK. Now again, speaking about it, we have lots of it as well, but we're not selling it, okay? We're giving it away for free. So if you go over to our Case Flower School page on Facebook, or on Instagram, over the weekend, and you can go now, okay? Because stay here with me. And I hope you're all sharing this video as well and interacting with it and getting involved. But go over to the post that we put up earlier today about the renewal foam and comment underneath. Say, I love renewal foam, I want renewal foam, send me out renewal foam, pick me, say absolutely anything at all, happy birthday, happy Christmas, and again, we will pick a number of winners, we've lots of winners, and we'll send out them. But again, it's going to be Monday, again we announce it, and Monday week, again we post it, because obviously it costs too much to post it from Lanzarote.
The other sponsor in this category was Florismart, another fantastic wholesaler.
Absolutely.
Who are just, you know, they're out there to help the florists buy better, they
And
teach
yet
them
it's a
how to buy.
family business.
Yes.
I know Meredith has semi-retired, but a bit like Mrs. K, there's
Yeah.
no such thing as semi-retirement.
And I've been dealing with Camilla there, and she's been absolutely fantastic.
And also, I know we have lots of florists watching here from Scotland, and not all of the Dutch suppliers like Hook Flowers, Van Class, they don't deliver to parts of Scotland, okay? But Florismart do. So again, if you are a florist and you're watching there, definitely contact them. And Linda is put, any of these companies that we're mentioning, Linda is putting, well she better be, and I think Celine said she'd help us out, and Noreen said she'd help us out. They're putting the videographer is nodding in the background. So they're putting all the links in the comments there
So
below.
if you're watching on the replay, the links are in the comments. And the other sponsor in this category, again, Digital Flowers. They were so generous this year, and we have another flowers toolbox for to give away.
That's just amazing for anybody that's in business, whether it be retail, studio flowers, even freelancer. And again, as I said, if you're struggling with your stem count and your pricing, and you're trying to keep your profit margins the same, you know what I mean, throughout the year, this package is absolutely brilliant.
And the final sponsor in this section is
Our favourites.
Hook.
Well, Florismart is a favourite. And so is O'Neill's. And so is Hook Flowers and Princess Flowers and the whole lot. But Hook Flowers is absolutely
Frank's
amazing.
Fairs. No matter what I asked Frank to do, and I suppose because they were the first ones to come on board when we went online first, and initially we were like, well, how can we do this? How can we replicate what we did in the school to an online platform? And it was suggested that we get the flowers sent out, and we were like, oh my god, all the flowers come to us divide them in boxes and then send them back out. And we talked to Frank in Hook,
And it just, nothing was a bother. So it was like he was doing, 20 baskets, 50 baskets, 90 baskets, 100 baskets. And again, often we would have our students, maybe this group is getting this amount of flowers, this selection of flowers, but this group is getting a completely different selection, and they're getting greenery from Irish Green Guys, and they're getting greenery from Wicklow Foliage Farm. Nothing is a hassle. Some of them are getting sundries from Hook Flowers. Hook Flowers is absolutely amazing. And again, Linda will put the link in the comments. Contact Frank. Tell me you're one of our
Kevin is the new rep.
And Kevin is much younger, he's not married, and he's no kids, So definitely contact Kevin.
So, okay, so back to who are the runners-up in the freelance section. Okay, the runners-up in the freelance section is Michelle Byrne, and you have won the O'Neill's voucher.
Well done, Michelle.
The other runner-up in the freelance section was Claire Kelly from Meadow Blooms, and you have won the Florismart voucher. And our final runner-up in the freelance section is Leonie Gertie from Blended Designs, and you have won the Digital Flowers Toolbox.
That's going to be amazing. I can see you're making good use
And
of
the
that.
winner in the freelance section is Leanne Eden from Leanne's Flowers.
And you're going to get the
You're
order
right,
back.
this voucher. Yes.
Brilliant. I'm doing great there. Let me take over there in a minute. So tonight, for everyone watching, okay, as I said, we have people watching from Hickok, because we're not allowed to say TikTok, and we have people watching on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, okay? what we're going to do is give everybody a free link to one of our free mini courses. Now, some of you are absolutely cleaning up here because you got a free mini course when you nominated, you got a free mini course when you voted, and now you're getting a free mini course for partaking in tonight's live event. So Linda is going to put the link in the comments below. You have 24 hours. We're not working Saturday and Sunday, so don't be contacting us and saying, oh, I missed out. Snooze, you lose. So anybody who would like a link to a free mini course, you don't have to be a student, okay? You can just be somebody who loves flowers, and again, it's a way of giving you the experience of what it's like to train here at Case Flower School. Follow the link below, and again, upload it. Use the code word awards, and that's how you get it for free. So when you log into it first, it will come up for a fee, okay? But just use the word awards in the coupon box, and you get that for free.
And just if you are over on TikTok or you are on YouTube, and if Linda or Celine doesn't get over there, pop over to Facebook, pop over to YouTube in the next 24 hours, and the link will be there. And I'm sure it's posted quite a few times in the comments, and awards is the coupon code.
You're at the spot size now.
I did, because you keep walking up there.
What's the two fellas off to tell you that?
On to deck.
Come to deck. J and J. Here you go. Go on, retail first of the year.
So, retail.
The video up for 7 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, I tell you, I don't know whether this is a menopause flush, a perimenopausal flush.
Karen has a fan too. Not a fan like I was a fan on Facebook, this is just a normal fan.
Yeah, that's a fan. Senorita.
Senorita. Okay, Retail Flowers of the Year. Sponsors in the Retail Flowers of the Year section, we have Sue Whale from Jago Publishing, and Sue is giving the full series of her books to
again, like we had them books going back years, whenever she first brought them books out, and again we have updated them 2 or 3 times in the past, I don't know, 20 odd years. No matter what flower you're looking for, you'll find it in Sue Whale's book. You'll have its nickname, and she even phonetically tells you how to pronounce the flowers. She tells you what they're suitable for, their seasons, what to look out for. Again, amazing books. You have the cut flower book, you have the cut foliage book, and you have the houseplant book. And the word on the street is she's working on the wildflower.
She's working on the wildflower, yeah.
So that's a brilliant prize.
Second sponsor in this section is Ellen Grove Flower Farm.
That's the Irish flower farm I was mentioning.
So they're not just a flower farm, so they're a garden centre and they've loads of stuff. At the moment they have a maze that the kids can all run through, which looks, go follow them on Instagram, you'll see it.
And all the links are going to be in the comments below.
Yeah. But as a florist, they grow daffodils, obviously when in season, they grow lilies, they grow peonies, so in bloom they have all their peonies, right? They're absolutely phenomenal. They have gladioli, and there's some flowers that are just coming into flower now as well.
We're hoping when we go back to make a trip down.
We're going to make a trip down to them because they have these restaurants and they have coffees and
as you know,
all that. Yeah. So Ellen Grove Farm there is one of the sponsors here in the retail section. And the final sponsor in the retail section is Digital Flowers. But this time we're giving away 6 months subscription to the professional digital flower software, which is for managing your orders. It's for it's like your till,
like a point of sale.
It's a point of sale. It does absolutely loads.
So if a customer orders a bouquet of flowers, it'll literally be on the system, the name of the person who ordered the flowers, the name of the person who's getting the bouquet, the message on the card.
It does the route. So like if we say you're in the country, it does the route, the driver.
Because you know the country people, names on their houses.
This is it.
Excuse me, Mac, you think they're that posh, no numbers.
But now when the delivery driver delivers, he can take a photograph and immediately uploads to the system, and then immediately sends a photograph of the flowers to the person that ordered them. Like, it's just an amazing system. Gemma in Digital Flowers, like, so generous this year for awards. We really appreciate it. So that's she's one of the sponsors in the retail. So runners up in the retail flowers of the year, in no particular order, is Nancy Garrett from the Purple Peony.
That's a lovely name.
I actually don't know where she's based, to be
No,
honest with
haven't
you.
you? I have seen her page.
Tell me.
No.
So Nancy Garrett in the Purple Peony, and the other runners up in the retail flowers of the year is Heather Condon in Flower Pop. Nancy, Nancy, you're getting the Sue Whale Cut Flower book series, and Heather, you're getting the Ellen Grove voucher for their wholesale flowers up in Ellen Grove Farm. So they're the 2 runners up, and I was clicking. So the winner of retail flowers, and they were winners by miles, by absolutely miles.
Yeah, they cleaned up.
They cleaned up. They literally, and they did
and like all the duplicate emails.
We're cleared up too.
Yeah, literally cleaned up. There was no catching up on this crowd.
Yeah.
And I actually don't know them.
No, I don't know. Laura and Jason in House of Blooms Flower Bar. And I think they're in Tullamore. I'm actually not sure.
Not too sure.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure where
And
they are.
again, anybody that is watching that has won, round of applause. So Jason and Laura there in the House of Blooms. Anybody that is watching, again, tag your business in the comments below. And again, everybody that's watching over the weekend can pop over and support your page.
Okay.
You're rolling them up now. We'll
Well,
put these down next year.
Okay, just again a little bit about the podcast that we have. I suppose, what is it about? It's what we do is we get the flower experts within the flower industry from all over the world, so not just Ireland, not just the UK. We have florists from America. They're talking about their experience as florists, things that worked for them, things that didn't work for them. They have amazing advice. We have the likes of Viv, who comes in and she talks about wedding floristry. We have Gemma from Digital Florist. She comes in, she talks about her digital florist platform, but also the toolkits. She's there. We have the suppliers, we have Frank, we have Meryl from Florist Smart, and they come on and they talk about Les from Vanderclass. They come on and they talk about buying from them and why you should buy from them and how to buy from them. Floramets. We haven't got a podcast from Floramets, but he's booked in because I have a week when I go back to Dublin that I am recording, and Kevin, no, what's his name? The new guy. I think it's Kevin as well.
I think it's Kevin.
Anyway, we have him booked in for a podcast when we go back.
And again, if there is anybody watching there and you'd like to appear on our podcast, drop us an email. info@kslarskill.com. And again, we'd be absolutely delighted to interview. And remember, we're on Spotify. We're not only Mickey Mouse podcast, we are up there with the best.
Okay, so our next category then is Studio Flowers of the Year. Now, over the years, I suppose, we've seen a massive shift within the floristry industry. Lots of retail florists have moved from the high street and they've gone into studio. They've gone into warehouses and industrial estates. I suppose probably rents and rates and all that in the high streets just went so
expensive.
But also because online has grown so much, people are now buying online more so that, like, we have wedding flowers and most of our weddings get them online. Do you just think meet the
I
bride?
have to say, even myself personally, whether it be food shopping, clothes shopping, you know what I mean? We are onliners,
Absolutely.
Addicts. We would buy everything online. And that's the thing, it has made it now that the studio florists, you know what I mean, they really are blossoming and blooming out there. So like years ago where they were known as, in America we called them basement Bettys, and in Ireland and the UK we call them the kitchen sink flowers. That no longer is that name. Them studio florists are just as qualified, just as creative, just as arty, and they deserve the same amount of appreciation and the same amount of money for their products as any other florist.
That's it. Like, there used to be the assumption that the studio florists, they weren't qualified, they didn't know what they were doing, and they weren't paying tax. And that is definitely not the case. Now within the elite, I suppose, popular studio flowers all over the world, particularly in Ireland, we're really seeing a growth of the studio flowers in Ireland. So in saying that, the sponsors of the studio flowers section, we have Quick Flowers. And AJ down Quick Flowers again. Last year,
Flowers are amazing again, and like they would have a small amount of, well, quite a decent amount of floral sundries as well. And again, they ship the flowers like all over Ireland and Northern Ireland. They don't do the UK. But again, for anyone that just wants to, that's in the trade and wants to go and pick out their flowers or order their wedding flowers, fantastic wholesalers, great quality, great prices, and a great
a small amount of sundries as well.
Yeah. So that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, I was reading this next, no, I wasn't. The other sponsor we have in this section is Oasis Floral Suppliers in the UK. Obviously, one of the most supportive companies of the floral industry. They have brought out the renewal foam.
And remember, we have lots of samples of the renewal foam. So all you have to do is go over to our page, Instagram or Facebook. You'll see a post on the page, and all you have to do is comment underneath. Okay? And again on Monday, we just randomly pick people. Again, enter as often as you want. Pick me. I love Oasis. I think renewal is the best thing ever. And by the way, it is the best thing ever. It is going to be an absolute game changer.
A complete game changer. And then the other sponsor in this category is Floral Box. And again, Caroline and Michael over in Galway, an Irish-based family business. They are just so supportive of
and their brother and sister, because everybody thinks the husband
That's
and wife.
right, yes.
Their brother and sister.
And big
yeah.
shout out to Caroline's husband, who hasn't been well. I think he's doing much better now. But thanks a million, guys, again for your generosity and your support in these awards.
And also, they're up for Flower Box themselves are also up for an award in the future. We're talking about that later
Once
on.
our awards are over, we'll start looking at the BFA awards.
Yeah.
We'll start looking at the BFA awards and tell you who we wanted to go for in that, because we're going to blow them all out of the park. So our runners up in the, what am I on, Studio Florist.
In no particular order.
In no particular order, thank you, Jeanette. We have
Hold on. Sound effects.
Sound Effects, we have Celine Rock in Blossoms of Bloom in Tipperary. Okay.
She'll make use of that.
She certainly will. Our next runner-up in this section is Danielle Walker, Wreaths and Flowers. Hi, Danielle.
And she's in the UK.
And she's in the UK. She has won the Oasis Floral Voucher.
Oh, that'd be brilliant for you.
And our winner in Studio Florist of the Year. And again, this florist blew it out of the park.
Oh,
It's catching up with her
The
from.
social media promotion that she did,
Yeah.
there was sparks coming
There
out.
was sparks coming out of her. Aoife Scully, hearts blue like Aoife, and you have won the Floral Box Voucher. And I can see Robin dancing around the room.
Robin, are you watching? Are you cheering on your mommy? Are you down for one of them bracelets? Me and you keep catching off each other here. So she's winning a €450 voucher
For
Flower Box, which is just amazing. She'll make use of them hand-tied boxes. And remember, Aoife is in Ballymun, Buddy's Markets every Saturday and
Yeah.
Sunday, isn't it? She'll put all the details in the comments.
Just
as well.
make sure. Okay, yeah, just this. Well, they must have printed it out twice.
Do you know what? The printer, first of all, Deirdre rang me up. I was in Dublin yesterday and I came over this morning and she said we've no typing paper, so I brought over some typing paper. Went to print off the notes and the ink wouldn't work. So I'm messaging people that I know in pubs and restaurants over here in Lanzarote.
You know I'm in the pub.
No, you know I'm not in the pub, but I knew the names of the pubs. And seeing if anybody that printed, but before 7 o'clock this evening. And down the road there's a health spa
Yeah.
recreational place called Casa Hedi. Have to give them a shout out. And they've been closed for refurbishment for the last few weeks. And they only reopened today. And I rang the girl in reception and I said, listen, I'm a neighbour up the road. Is there any chance that you would print off 16 pages for me? And she said, it's 16 cents a sheet. And I said, I couldn't care less how much it is, you know what I mean? And I said, I'll email it to you. And we sent Cara, our videographer, down on the scooter. She's back in, 10 minutes, whatever. And I don't think he even took the money off her for it. I think when they sing it was for the awards tonight. So fair play to Casa Hedi.
So we've done all the sections now.
Okay.
We've done all the sections. One sponsor we do have to give a shout out to is Viva La Flor. Neil is the guy's name at Viva La Flor. And if you don't know who Viva La Flor is, they are the creator of the Bloom Shaker. So
now, a couple of years ago, we were at a show and we were demonstrating along with Neil the Bloom Shaker. This is the heart-shaped stand that makes the bouquets for you. Like you watch any of the reels and the videos that we have posted across our social media, it's in the millions, okay? And they have sold them right across Europe, right across America, and obviously in Ireland and in Britain as well. So they kindly sent us over one of the Bloom Shapers to give as a prize.
We didn't want to give it as a
No,
prize.
because I wanted it myself. No, but wait, I tell you, what my plan was, because it's amazing. And I really felt on the day that we were there at the show, we were restricted to what we could show or what could be done with it. And we had great plans and we had great ideas. So it's kind of going to be a second-hand gift.
it's going to be a second-hand gift.
So what we're going to do is when we're back in Ireland and when we start back in September, we are going to do some videos, demonstrations, step-by-step, reels, etc., showing you what you can do with the Bloom Shaper, and then we'll organise some sort of giveaway competition. But we still have to give them a huge thanks because this is worth a lot of money. It's an amazing prize. And I know some of you are watching saying, feckin' miserable bastards, so we didn't send it out. But as I said, it would have been a shame to just send the box out and not show
what can be done with
what can be done. Because Dean was good.
He was very good.
Well, he wasn't as good as we were.
No.
Sorry, Neil. So we want to really give it a good promotion, so we do have that as a prize. Would you go this way?
This way? That way? Okay, so that's Viva La Flor, and I know Linda has put links in the comments, so go follow them. Go follow his page over on Instagram. So we have then come to our overall florist of the year.
Now remember, our competitions are our giveaways. We have the lavender candle. All you have to do is look for the thread on our page with the lavender candle and comment underneath, pick me, pick me, pick me. You'll see the link underneath. Go over and follow Bracken and Fern and thank Natalie for the present. Then we have Sankey Spa. Again, on our page, we have a photograph of me with the Sankey Spa gift set. Go over to that thread, pick me, pick me, pick me. I love that set, blah, blah, blah. And again, go over and follow Sankey Spa. And don't forget to give 11PR events a little bit of a shout out as well. And then we have that free mini course, which is completely different to the other mini courses that we've given out to you. The link is in the comments. Don't be messaging me looking for it. Go down through all the comments there, you'll find it. And to get it for free, all you have to do is put the word awards in the comment box and you get that course for free for 24 hours. Snooze, you lose.
Yeah, you get it free for 24 hours, but you'll be here to watch it, so
yeah,
go and buy it.
Then we have the Renewal Floral Foam from Oasis UK. So anybody that's dying to get their hands on a sample to try it out, go over to the thread that I set up for the Renewal Floral Foam, and again, say anything at all, pick me, I love floral foam, whatever you want, and again, we randomly pick people. And again, if we got any kids watching tonight? We don't know. No kids watching tonight. But then if four adults on the basis, whatever, comment underneath and let me know kids' names and ages, and we'll pick them as well.
Okay, so overall florist of the year. So how does this work? How did it pan out? Well, I suppose,
Where's the cracker?
we have it here. Oh, we better talk about the cracker first. So this is now it can be our annual awards cracker.
You're not getting the cracker.
You're not getting the cracker. So the winner is not getting the cracker. Fabulous Aoife, in timeless celebration, she made this cracker for us. This is obviously an extra large cracker, but she does them in smaller crackers, and they're
like normal
size Christmas crackers that you have on your Christmas table. But she does them for all occasions. She does them in all different colours, so you have a particular colour at home. But these are reusable crackers, so they're sustainable. And you can buy them. I don't know if
we're just talking all
I don't know, this one obviously has the winner in it, but
that's why it's big.
That's why it's so big, exactly. But you can refill them yourself with whatever you want. So if you wanted sweets, because you know that Christmas crackers is always shiny.
But then sometimes it's a stupid joke. Have we got a joke in this one?
Well, I hope it's not. So Aoife in timeless creation.
Any colour, any logo, any creation, like anybody getting married, wouldn't this be a brilliant
favour? A fabulous favour on the table.
Or again, if you were having a wedding shower or a hen's party, again, fabulous gift.
I know she does a lot of corporates, she does a lot of hotels, and the hotels actually sell them with their own logo on them, and corporates give them out as Christmas presents with their corporate logo on them and a gift inside them. Go over to her page and follow her and watch her, because even though it's July, it's August, Christmas in August, it's Christmas every day over on Aoife's page. Time of celebration, so keep saying creations. So the overall flowers of the year. I actually took it out because I couldn't get the winner.
I thought my Maz Neighbours was inside. Drum roll there in the background.
So based on how did we pick the overall flowers of the year? Well, what we done was we based it on the amount of nominations and the amount of votes that they got, because there was so many nominations for so many flowers in the nomination stage. So what we did, well, I didn't in fairness, Linda did. Everyone needs a Linda in their life.
And then have a boss, we put the link.
And then have a boss is her page. Go over and follow. She's loads of freebies. That she give away for setting up strategies and setting up content creation and stuff like that for your business. But so what she did was she collated all the amount of nominations for each particular flowers and the amount of votes for each particular flowers in each section. And actually this flowers literally blew it out of the water. Like there was no, Linda was like, because Linda done a graph for me, she said, look at this.
A pie chart.
Is that what it's called?
Pie chart.
Because she's very fancy, she is. So what's the winner of Overall Florist going to receive? They are going to receive a digital flowers professional subscription package. What is digital? Or details flowers, not digital. Details flowers subscription package. So Details Flowers is a flower software designed by florists for florists, Corinne and
we have met her millions of times.
Met her so many times. It helps you work on your proposals, it helps you get organised, it helps you streamline your business, your processes, and do the proposals that this system produces is
like
just...
any of the florists that I know, both in America, the UK, and only a few, there's very few in in Ireland actually have this, so this is an amazing opportunity for the winner of this category. But anybody that uses this system software to send out their wedding proposals, it's so professional looking. You would never ever do it. You know what I mean?
No canvas.
It hasn't got a patch on it, you know that way. And again, it can design a bouquet. You put in the colours, you put in the flowers you want to use, the shape and the design. You can do the stem count, you can do the costing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just phenomenal. You've seen it in action, and it's incredible. It's an incredible system. So, and it's worth €1,200.
€1,200.
So that's what the Overall Florist, but that's not all. The Overall Florist is also getting a voucher for Floramex. Floramex, they're in, where are they? In
Kingswood Business Park. Just out off the main road.
Just off the main road.
Round Raccoon.
But they also do online as well. They have Floramex online, and they deliver all over Ireland.
And all over the UK and Northern Ireland. And again, our cash and carry is out in Raccoon. We have the lovely Dave that's out there. We have Ed on the road, and our new lad,
David.
No, no, it's David.
Can't remember.
The plan, somebody help me there in the comments to tell me what his name is. But everybody's raving about the new fella.
Yeah.
Deirdre has a podcast.
Organised with them. Also, so on top of that, I know, on top of that, the winner of Overall Florist of the Year gets the opportunity to sponsor our podcast.
And remember, we're on Spotify.
And our podcast where we have all the industry experts, people from all over the world, business people from all over the world, because we're not just florists, we're business owners as well, where they share their knowledge. And tomorrow morning, the podcast is bringing you behind the curtains of Case Flower School, and the winner of the Overall Florist is the sponsor of the podcast. So go over and watch that podcast. You can listen on Spotify, or you can watch it on YouTube. It'll be on live from 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning.
You going to look at here?
No.
I don't remember my party tonight.
So, without further ado, the winner.
Hold on, big drum roll now. Big drum roll.
Big drum roll.
People,
The winner of Overall Florist of the Year 2025 is
Carolyn Duggan, Florist on the Hill, and she only recently opened her new flower shop. She's established for a while, but her new flower shop in Rathmines Shopping Centre, in the Swan Shopping Centre in Rathmines. So huge congratulations, Carolyn. I'm absolutely
I'm delighted because my God.
and she really deserves it.
Yeah, yeah.
And this, like all them prizes, like that detailed software package is just going to be amazing for you because you do amazing weddings. The voucher for Floramex, and as far as I know, she buys a lot of flowers from Floramex, so that's going to be a bonus. And what was the third prize?
Our sponsorship.
Oh, she's sponsoring the podcast on Spotify.
Yeah, you'll be the sponsor of our podcast.
So you're going to be advertised right across all over the world. Well done. I'm absolutely delighted for you.
Absolutely.
I am sweating.
Oh my God.
We're so bad. And do you know what we're supposed to do?
a cracker.
And then our name was supposed to pop on the cracker.
And let's see what we have. We have the
Flowers
on the Hill. So huge congratulations to all our winners in all our categories, to all our finalists. As Jeanette gave you the numbers earlier on, to the amount of people, I don't know, I haven't got here now. Thousands of people that were nominated, and you made it to the last 10. Even if you didn't win, you made it to the last 10, which is absolutely incredible.
Well, we would have loved to have prizes for everybody.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I mean? There's so many that have been like supporting us and posting and tagging us, you know.
And supporting each other.
Yeah.
Like the florists that weren't in the final were supporting the florists that were in the final. It was just created such a fantastic atmosphere. Roll on 2026 to and bigger and better again. Our florists.
And again, a huge thanks to all our supporters, all our suppliers, and again, the prize givers. Without you, we wouldn't be able to give away all these amazing prizes.
Initially, when we set up Florist of the Year last year, we had no prizes. We were literally just going to you, we've got you. Oh, and that's the thing, you will be getting an email tomorrow with your certificate for your winning. And actually, if you go onto the website later on, Linda said that she will put it live. It is all ready to go live on the website later on. So Linda said she'd hit that button and that.
And no doubt you put the link in.
And she'll put the link in the comments to the page with your certificate.
Every flower shop needs a Linda.
Every flower shop needs it. Every business needs a Linda.
Absolutely.
Every flower
Yeah,
shop.
because she's not just for flowers.
And of course, obviously, all our nominations, nominate people that nominated.
Yeah,
That's
the
the word.
followers.
Followers, your followers. These are your followers, these are your customers, your clients, your community who got behind your back. So make sure to go on there and thank them all, and we will chat to you all on Monday.
So huge big clap from our live audience. So we are and a huge thank you for being around here.
I think we did all
I
right.
think we did all right. I tell you, I'm absolutely mad. I can't wait to get this dress on. It'll be stuck to me.
Stuck to us.
So